Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Cherish and Zahira. I'm from 31A and 25 class. My student ID is 22220052. This is video of listening comprehension project 2. Part 1. Complete this passage using the correct words. Morning everyone, quiet please. Right? Okay, so today I'm going to give you some advice to help you prepare for the exam next week. So make some notes as I'm talking please. Everybody ready? Now, while you're studying, eat food that gives you energy. Don't be tempted to eat sweet or drink cola. Sugar won't help you study, but fruit and cereal will. Apple actually are especially good. Find a comfortable place with plenty of light when you study, but not too comfortable, or you'll fall asleep. Try and keep a positive mind. It's easier to study when you are positive and relaxed. Now, if you start feeling anxious, have a little break. Go for a stroll around the block. Don't try to learn everything. There isn't time. Just choose the important things, the things that get you the most points in the exam, and if you are unsure about this, ask me. First, learn the main ideas and don't worry too much about the details. If you have time, you can come back later and read the details. Make notes of these key points and read them. Then cover them up and try to remember all the points. Now, it might be boring, but repetition helps you to remember. Use past exam paper to study. They will help you understand what kind of question come up. There are plenty of past exam papers in the library. You can photocopy them and take them home. Take regular breaks when you're studying. A few-minute break every half hour is usually enough. Get some fresh air and stretch your arms and legs. Drink a glass of water too. It's important to keep hydrated. And last but not least, good luck. I'm sure you'll do your best. Part 2. Complete the script using the correct words. Hey, I'm reading this really interesting article about the human body. Yeah, well, we know all about that from biology lesson. No, we didn't learn much at all at school. They're discovering lots more things all the time. Really amazing things. Did you know that only about 1/10 of the cells in your body are really you? The rest are bacteria. What? I'm not really me? No, of course you are you, but you also have millions or trillions of bacteria in you. Ew. No, they're mostly really helpful. Someone did an experiment to see if animals can live without bacteria, and he found that a lot of them died or had to have a special diet. Animals need bacteria to digest food, you see? So we're better off with bacteria, unless the bacteria are bad. Unless they are bad, but they're nearly all good. Oh yeah, and going back to the cells, do you know how many cells you have in your body? Quite a lot, I'd say, a few. Yeah, but how many? I don't know. I'm not mathematical. 7 octillion? That's 7 plus 27 notes. I know it was a lot. Okay, that's an amazingly huge number, almost impossible to imagine. But the really weird thing is the most of the atoms are empty space, just air or nothingness. And if you took out the empty space, you could fit your body inside a tiny cube which measures 1/500 of centimeter of either side. That's a book measuring 0.002 of centimeter on each side. You'd be much too small to see. I can imagine that. It sounds like something that will happen in a really bad Hollywood movie. You know, a mad scientist goes, I'm going to extract all the air from your body. Okay, enough facts for one day. Don't go. One last thing. Did you know? No. Did you know that you probably have mites in your eyelashes? Mites in my eyelashes? What are mites exactly anyway? Yeah, they are very small creatures like insects, but not insects. They are about a third of a millimeter long, so you can really see them. These particular mice live in eyelashes and eyebrow. But in mine, well, maybe not. Only about 50% of people have them, and more older people, so you might not have any. Anyway, they are completely harmless. They just eat that skin. Yeah, right, harmless. I really would have preferred not to know that. Sorry, I mean, really. Part 3. Complete this passage using the correct word. The Little Sister. Once upon a time, there were three little girls dressed in green, who lived together in a beautiful palace which was owned by a great king. Such beautiful palace as it was. The ceilings were made of turquoise and opal, and soft velvety green carpets covered the floors. Many adult children lived with this little sister, and they had such kind nurse called Dame Nature, who taught them how to do their work well, for everybody had some work to do for the great king. Surely no one could be unhappy in such a wonderful home, and yet I'm sorry to say one of the little sisters was always discontented. She knew from them nature how told them had that someday the great king would come to see who had done loving work for him and will give a good little beautiful white robes and golden crowns. But she wasn't willing to wait until the king was ready and saw fit to do it. When the sunbeam children came to play, she would hang down her head and sob, and after a while they would leave her alone and play with her sister. When Professor Rain's school was out and the jolly little raindrops coaxed her to play with them, she would say crossly, "You're too rough. Leave me alone." And they would go and play with the happy little sister as the sunbeam had done, for everybody loved the two good little sisters who were sorry to see how naughty the other Lily was. But they tried to do their best to help her and kept on growing. One day the great king, who had seen how well they tried to do, thought they deserved their robes and crowns. So they sent the sunbeam dancing away to awaken the inhabitants of the palace for the crowning. Away they went, peeping through the curtains and flying into the window of the palace and waking all the little children with kisses. Then they took off the old green dress of the sister and put pure white robes on them and gave them crowns of pure gold. The other little sister wished that she had tried to do right and drooped until she faded away. Madame Wine and the Bird family gave a grand concert in the maple tree park. Everything was full of gladness, and the little sister held a reception all day, and many people came to congratulate them upon being crowned. Among their visitors was wee Ruth, who kissed them and took them to a little chic France. He smiled as she pressed them into his hand, saying, "Take them please for Easter," and in her sweet child language she told the story of Easter and the wonderful work the great king's son did for the people of the beautiful palace. The end.